Hi, this is Lee Pound, and welcome to video number 3 in my book writing tips series. Today we're going to talk about blocks. Virtually every writer I've ever talked to says, I get blocked at some point. I just can't write. I sit down and nothing comes out. Let's get past the first step here right now. There is no such thing as writer's block. Blocks don't happen. Blocks are created in your own mind. That's where they start, that's where they exist, and that's how you're going to get rid of them. There are two reasons why you have blocks. If you're a fiction writer, it's going to be very simple. You don't know your characters well enough. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what they would do in the next chapter. If you don't know that, how can you write about it? So you get blocked. You can't think of anything to write. And in the process, what you end up doing is convincing yourself you can't write. Well, you can write, you can sit down, you can type, you can do that right now. With nothing to say, you can do that. The second part, which has to do with nonfiction, is you don't know your subject well enough. You don't know what's coming next. So you write a chapter and you look at it, you say, okay, what's next? And you don't know because you've got a blank piece of paper and you haven't thought it through. That's why in a future video we're going to talk about outlining. We're going to talk about deciding what's going to be in your book. And that's how you start breaking writer's block. There are other people who say, well, I sit down and the ideas won't flow. Why is that? It's very simple. The ideas won't flow because you're not letting them. Ideas are always coming up from our subconscious. They're coming up every instant, every second of every day. And there are plenty of them for anything you want to write. The problem is our conscious mind edits them. Our conscious mind says no, 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 no. And pretty soon the subconscious stops sending them up. Well, stop editing. Tell your mind, whatever comes up, I'm going to run with. It may be awful, but fine, run with it. Because what you're doing is now you're turning your brain on. You're turning on the writing process just by writing the words, even by writing the awful paragraph. That way, the next paragraph you write, maybe your brain will send up another idea. And you'll say, oh, that's pretty good. But you're already primed, so you start writing. And you don't even think about being blocked. Professionals don't get blocked. Professionals come in, do the writing they have to do. They schedule themselves 9 to noon every day. A newspaper reporter comes in from the meeting, sits down and writes the story. He's got a deadline. It's got to get done. So blocks are simply self-imposed censoring mechanisms that we put into our own mind. There is nothing keeping you from typing, from writing, from doing anything that puts words on paper. There's nothing physical stopping you. Don't let your mind stop you.